Isn't it working? There we go. Yay! Oh wait, it says starting. Is it working? Yay! Hello, my friends. Welcome to the What's Up in Makeup chat. It is so good to be here and have it actually working early. This is awesome. Hope everybody is doing well. Yay! Okay. Oh my goodness. I apologize for the terrible quality of the video stream already because I can tell that it's already terrible. At this point, there is nothing I can do about the quality of the stream, so I apologize that it's such low resolution. But YouTube changed things, and I can no longer put it at a high quality. I have to do some tweaking and figuring out and Googling and things. Continue to Google to figure out how to make it better quality. So I apologize if that bothers you. But today, we're going to be talking about a bold makeup look. And I'm so excited about this because I used to be terrified of a bold makeup look. Absolutely terrified. And I was strictly natural makeup, like no way was I wearing a bold lip. And then I started doing YouTube, and doing YouTube gave me so much confidence to try bolder looks. Being on Periscope and having people encourage me to do bolder looks and kind of help me with it and help me to do it. But not everybody has people on Periscope to help them. So I figured I would help you a little bit on the things that I've learned about how to create a bold look, how to transition from a neutral to a bold, and some of the best bold makeup look products. We're going to work together with the collective brain of makeup awesomeness in order to talk about the best products, because not everything that works for me will work for you. So that's why we have the collective brain, so that we can kind of come to a general consensus of some of the best things, because every once in a while there's something that I really like, but like 9 people in the collective brain are like, no, that product's terrible, Jen. And it's like, well, I don't know why it works for me. And then I'll find out that they all have oily skin or whatever it is. And it's like, oh, well, there you go, because I don't have oily skin. So that's the point of the collective brain. So speaking of the collective brain, I need to say good morning to them, because when someone comes into my house, I like to say good morning. So I've now invited you all into my home, and I'm going to say hello to the people that were here first. Let me take a sip of coffee first, because my husband just brought this to me, thankfully, right before it started. He's amazing. I'm going to set this over here. Good morning to Catherine Downing. Check out her YouTube channel, Redheaded for Trouble. Good morning. Good morning, Valerie, C. Turner, and Denise. Good morning to Tabitha. Welcome, welcome. Stephanie's here. Canoe X Makeup. Hello, good morning. Alicia, good morning. Or Alicia, I should say Alicia. I believe that's the spelling for Alicia, not Alicia. And good morning to, did I say Patricia? I think I might have said Patricia. Good morning, Vicky. Good morning, Steph. Hope you are well. Yeah, Steph, I'm crossing my fingers that the creepy people do not come back this weekend to chat, but I know you'll be here to protect me because you're like my bodyguard, right? Liz, good morning. Nancy, good morning to you. Stephanie, good morning. Cheryl, good morning. Shelly and Reading Mom. Rosie, Julie. Oh, there's 2 Julies. There's Living Like Julie and Julie M. Good morning to both of you. Good morning, Gigi and Emily. Shelly, I think I said Shelly. Trish, Brittany, Emily, Rosie, I already said Rosie. Kimberly, and I think we're good. Okay, so if I did not say good morning to you, good morning to you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Good morning in Portland, Oregon. Good morning to you. Oh, it's early there. Thanks for getting up so early for me. I appreciate it. All right, Sarah, best of luck with your health things going on. So hang out, try to relax, take deep breaths. I will be thinking of you. I hope everything is okay. Mwah. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is setting your base. The way that I set my base, like my base of makeup, is exactly the same for a bold look versus a natural look. I feel like when you try to do too much coverage and you're not used to it, you can kind of sometimes give yourself that overdone look. That's just my personal opinion. Sometimes people, well, if you're used to doing a full coverage makeup look, then definitely you should continue to do that, I think. But I feel like, thanks, Tab. Sorry, side note. Getting distracted. All right, so anyway, I feel like you should do you when it comes to your base of makeup. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of foundation and things. You really need to kind of play trial and error of what you like as far as your base, whether you like a light coverage, a medium coverage, or full coverage, and just kind of go from there. But I don't think you necessarily need a full coverage foundation with a bold look. I don't think it's 100% necessary. You look at some of the beautiful redheaded women that have the freckles shining through and then the bold look going with it, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. Good morning to Beauty Hall 411. Make sure you follow her on Instagram. She's one of our reporters. Yeah, She Diaries mask face, but you know, full coverage can look beautiful on some people. It's just it doesn't look beautiful on everybody. So you just have to kind of look at yourself and kind of, you know, take some photos of yourself and kind of take a step back and see. You can always go over to our Facebook group, which is What's Up in Makeup /group/ What's Up in Makeup. Wait, sorry. Facebook.com/group/What's Up in Makeup. You can go ahead over there, and if you're curious about, you know, a look that you did and you want some honest opinions, feel free to throw your picture up there and ask people what they think. And people will be nice. People will be very nice, but if you ask for honest opinions, people will also give that to you as well. So, yes. Hello, everybody. So good to see you. Steph says, I try to do a medium coverage foundation when I go bold. It evens out. Yes. And I kind of do similar the same way, but I think everybody, their skin being different, it could go either way, but I'm with you, Steph. I do a medium coverage. So I'm not going to do a lot of foundations or concealers and stuff like that today, but I do want to talk about, let's go into eyes first, because that's my favorite. I've been talking to more people lately about what the thing is. Everyone's got their thing that they love, their feature that they love to accentuate, and for me, I love to do eyes. Some people it's cheeks, some people it's lips. Eyes are my thing. So I wanted to show you this. I had a really great experience with this palette yesterday. I'm going to hopefully be reviewing this next week, if not next week, the week after. This is the Masquerade by Juvia's. And you can see all of these bold shades in here. And some people, oh my goodness, in Australia? Sorry, I got distracted. Somebody's from Australia. Whoa, that's a crazy time. Was it like middle of the night? Goodness. But anyway, sorry guys, I'm so distracted today. So you've got a lot of bold colors in here, so people that like natural looks may want to stay away from something like this. And you shouldn't. You shouldn't stay away from it. There's lots of ways to do a bold look without going overboard if you want to transition from neutral to bold. One way that I like to transition from neutral to bold in something like this is to do a neutral look and then just pop some color on the lower lash line. Just throw a little blue on the lower lash line. I wouldn't throw red or pink on the lower lash line at first because it can sometimes look a little bloody. It can look a little creepy with red or pink, but purples are very beautiful on every single eye color. If you're ever worried about not knowing what color to start with purple. It doesn't matter what your eye color is, what your skin tone is, start with some kind of purple that makes you feel good. Because I just feel like purple is one of those ones that it can be a little bit calmer on the eyes, and also it complements, I think, everybody. I really do. I think purple's fantastic for makeup. So Steph says, my problem with the Masquerade palette is that there isn't another light shade for me to work with, so I have to pull. Yes, exactly, and that's a problem I'm having with it too. I wish there was a matte shade like this. I would love that. I also don't have a transition shade that I particularly like in here, but that's just me personally. So I pull for my brow bone shade and I pull for my transition from here. But for the bolds, you can always pop a little on the lower lash line. You can also do a neutral look and then pop just a little bit of color, a deeper color in the outer corner. So you can pop some of these shades that are a little bit darker in your outer corner and then blend it out. You can blend it out with a brown. You can blend it out with a little bit of black. Don't be scared of black. Black can be really scary, intimidating for people, but think about black as just adding a shadow. Don't think about Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, you know, like you don't necessarily have to worry about, you know, black eyeliner and, you know, black lips, like, and be scary. You know, black can just be used to, you know, just deepen up the look a bit. So don't be afraid to add a little bit of black in the outer corner to give you a little bit of smoky look. And then blend it out with a nice fluffy brush. 4 p.m. in Norway. Nice. Sorry, keep getting distracted. There's so many interesting things happening. 3 p.m. in Ireland. Well, isn't this convenient for people in that part of the world? Oh my goodness. All right, anyway. Moving on. If you like something a little more bold, one thing I did yesterday that I love, it's on my Instagram, is you can see it here in the purple being a little bit funky is I mixed these two. So what I did was I took, and this will probably be part of the review, I took both of these, I mixed them together, I put it all over the lid. Then what I did was I took the purple by itself and put that in the outer corner. Then I took this shade by itself and put it in the inner corner. And it's like instant beautiful colored eye. Like it was perfect. I was so happy with it. Like I'm not trying to say that I'm perfect in any way, but in my opinion, when I'm trying to like, you know, when you're, oh gosh, that came out really, really wrong. What I'm trying to say is like, I don't know, what am I trying to say? For me and my makeup application, it seemed like it came out perfect for me. It came out exactly the way I wanted it to. That's what I'm trying to say. It came out exactly the way I wanted it to. Not that I am perfect in eyeshadow application, because I am definitely not perfect. I am not as good as a lot of people on YouTube and on Instagram. But for me, I feel like it came out exactly the way I wanted it to. That's the way I want to say this. But you could do that with any of these colors, you know, mixing the green or the blue or the teal, or even this shade over here, this Dahlia. That's another way to kind of go a little bolder without going too bold, is go with like a burgundy, something like that, something that's closer to the neutral tones that you're using. So going like a little bit gray or a little bit burgundy or a little bit warmer of a brown, something like that. So it'll definitely give you a little bit more of a bold look without going overboard. So that's one thing I wanted to show you. And there's a lot of really beautiful, bold eyeshadow palettes coming out. The new Kat Von D one looks absolutely gorgeous. I have my Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca, so I'm probably gonna skip the new one just because I have this and I don't use it that often. And there's gonna be so many people reviewing it, and I have so many eyeshadow palettes that I want to review. I'm probably gonna end up skipping it. But anyway, yeah, so that girl with curls, I would love a demo of your look yesterday. I think I'm going to include it in the review. When I review the Juvia's Place palette, I think I'm going to do that as, you know, I like to do the demo of the products. I think I'm going to do a demo of kind of like that. It's super easy to do. I mean, really, it's 3 steps. Well, once you set down your crease color, you know, because you want to do your transition in your crease, you mix the two, put it on your lid, dark on the outside, light on the inside, blend it all out with a brow bone color, and you're done. So super easy, super easy. Andrea says, I'm debating if I should buy the Kat Von D matte metal palette. Oh, it looks so beautiful. You know what? I saw Tara Babies put out a review for it, and I'm wanting to watch that review. I just haven't had a second yet, but I really want to watch it. Nancy says, if you can splurge, get the green Nubian palette to go with this. And thankfully, Nancy got that one for me too. Nancy is my sugar mama. So I've got this one too. I haven't used this one as much. I think I've only used this. Have I used this at all? I don't think I've used this all yet because I was working on those holiday palettes. I did the Lorac Mega Pro 3. Those are the ones I was focusing on, but these are next because these are about to re-release. So these are the ones I'm going to focus on. I just started really focusing on using these. I don't think I've even used this yet. But this week, I'm not going to review these this week. This isn't going to be on the channel this week. This will be the following week because I need at least a full week to play with those before I make any opinions. Any full opinions. So far, so good, though. So far, so good. So Reading Mom says, I have Mi Vida Loca Remix, but I love the Metal Matte so much more. Do you really? Really? And Dreama says, the Kat Von D is so worth it. Oh, really? You guys, you're bad influence on me. Teresa says, what palette would be good for the office that's a little bold? Honestly, I feel like you just need to find, if you're just adding a little bit of color, you don't have to invest in a full, like, expensive palette. You don't. You just need to find maybe even just a single eyeshadow. Go get a L'Oreal Infallible. You know, those little ones, the little $6 ones. Find a shade that is calling to you and just start with one. You know, one eyeshadow that you are not, if you're not sure about it, you know. Don't invest in a big, huge palette if you're not sure if you want to go with a bold look. You don't need 15 bold colors if you're not sure about a bold look. You know, just get like one. Or get like a drugstore palette, you know, if you see something, like don't feel like you need to invest. You know, that's something that one thing I want to talk about when I get to lips. I'll just talk about it now. I think the worst thing mistake you can make when you are transitioning from when you're transitioning from a neutral look to a bold look, is to spend a lot of money on something that is very bold. For example, when I was starting to transition into bold looks, I bought this YSL lipstick. This is in the shade 04. It's Rouge Couture lipstick. I'm embarrassed with how much I paid for this and how few times I've used this. I think I've used this 3 times. And how much I paid for this. It's stupid. It was absolutely stupid. I don't know what I was thinking. Now that I am doing more bold lips, I need to break it out more often. But it's like, why did I do that? Why didn't I get a color that I was going to wear all the time if I'm going to invest in something like this? So don't spend all of your hard-earned money on things that are super expensive if you know that it's a little out of your comfort zone. That's my personal advice on that. Speaking of that, let's talk about, let's go into, okay, let's keep going with eyes for a minute. So another thing you can do to bump up your look, oh, here we go. That girl with curl says the NYX Avant Pop is a perfect at low price. That is an excellent recommendation. That's a really great palette, the NYX Avant Pop palette. Let me get it real quick, because I have it right here. Hold on, it's buried. Hold on, let me get a couple. Hold on. That was a really smart thing. Hold on, where is it? Sorry. Ah! It's not in here. Where's my Avant Pop? Oh. Is this it? No. I can't find it. I'm so sorry. I can't find it. But I found two other things. I can't find the Avant Pop. I don't know what happened to it. Now I'm upset. Where's my Avant Pop? Okay, so back to eyeshadows really quickly before we go into the liner. I got some Coastal Scents Hot Pots. Actually, these might, I'm pretty sure. There's Hot Pots in here, and then I think there's some other miscellaneous shadows in here. Maybe. But that's another way, because these are super cheap on the Coastal Scents website, to get some really cheap, bold colors. And then the 18 color Galaxy Chic palette by BH Cosmetics, that's another good one that's super cheap. That works really, really, really well. So there you go. Those are a couple of them. And then I do agree with the NYX Avant Pop, absolutely. Yes, Yossi Glam, I'm going there. I'm going to go there. She's talking about ColourPop. We're going to go there. Okay. Too Faced Sketch Marker. This one I initially really liked, and I'm finding that the more I use it, the less I like it. I feel like the formula is just a little too wet, but it's good. It's good, but it's just a little bit too wet. So the Jessie's Girl, if you've been around my channel for any length of time, you probably know about my favorite liquid eyeliner by Jessie's Girl. It's $7 on the Jessie's Girl website. You can also get it on Amazon, but I think it's a little more expensive on Amazon. But it's the perfect liquid eyeliner. If you've never worn eyeliner on your top lid, this is, I'm telling you, the way to go. Absolutely. It's inexpensive, so if you don't like it, it's going to be all right. You can get this so close to your lash line. Just draw, if you're not used to wearing liquid eyeliner, just draw the line so close to your lash line. Just get it really, really small at first. Then, as you get more comfortable, make it a little bit thicker in the center going outward. Don't even do a wing at first. Don't do a wing at first. Just get it out to your outer corner. Then once you get it a little bit thicker and you're feeling pretty good about that, then you can start adding just a little tiny little extension, I wouldn't even call it a wing, just a little tiny extension. And then as you get better at that, extend it a little more and a little more, and the next thing you know, you're gonna have a full winged cat eye. Like, I'm telling you, you just have to take it baby steps. And it may take you a few months to get to that full, bold cat eye wing, but that's okay, you know? I mean, and not everybody wants to wear a cat eye wing. Not everybody wants that bold eyeliner look. But if you want to go there, that's a way to do it, especially if you have something like hooded eyes and you're nervous about it. Then just start with the littlest, tiniest line of eyeliner on your lid. And you can also use brown too. Don't feel like you have to get black. You can always use brown. Stephanie, I haven't had any problems with transferring, but also I don't have hooded lids. So I can't, I can't, I don't know, honestly. But it's $7, so hopefully it doesn't. Carla wanted to know, hey Carla, is it better than the Trooper Kat Von D? I feel like application-wise, it's about the same. It's about the same, honestly. And Trooper has been one of the most consistent, Kat Von D's Tattoo Liner and Trooper has been one of the most consistent liquid eyeliners, along with the Stila. I would say this compares to that. I don't know if I can honestly say that it is better. But it's about the same, and application-wise, it's about the same because they have the brush tip. They're not the marker tip, they're the brush tip, so they bend really nicely and really easily. They don't bend too much, they don't bend too little. They're perfect. So, but yeah, don't be afraid to use brown too. Dream is saying the same thing about the brown. Emily says, I have hooded eyes. It was very hard to learn how to work with liquid eyeliner. Yeah, but if you, yeah, I bet you, did you start with like a very, very thin line? Because that can really help. Julie says, I love the Physicians Formula Eye Booster 2-in-1. And a lot of people really love that one. I really need to try the black one. I still haven't tried the black one. Catherine likes that one too. Adelina says, I'm so lazy. I always just align the end of my eye. That's a really good idea too. You can just do just like the outer corner, just a little bit, but you don't want to do too thick on just the outer corner because it'll look weird if you just have like a little bit of black here. Gina's here. Hello, Gina. Stephanie says, I like the Kat Von D better. I keep getting free deluxe samples and have yet to purchase a full size of it. Well, that's awfully awesome and lucky that you keep getting the deluxe samples. And really, if you just can get a deluxe sample of the Kat Von D, you don't even need a full size. You really don't, because you're supposed to throw them away every few months anyway, like mascara, because of the bacteria issue. Carla says, I love both, but I think the Jessie's pulls my eyes, but I have fine lines on my eyes. I'm trying to remember how much fine lines you have in your. I don't remember you having more than me, girlfriend. Carla knows me from real people life, so we know each other from like in-person life. So I won't say why, but we know each other from in-person life. I don't remember you having a lot of fine lines, but I guess I wasn't really looking too close either. Deidre said the Tom Ford eyeliner works great. That's good to know. Let's see. Anybody else? Juan says the Stila pen liner is life. Fantastic. Yeah, it's a really, really good one. That was the one I recommended to my sister-in-law when she was looking for a liquid eyeliner to try. Kate's Pet Corner says, I just like to smudge some dark eyeshadow above my lashes. The soft look and defines my lashes. Yes, definitely. Just be careful it doesn't get out of control, because I've had that problem where I've tried to put eyeshadow on my top lid as far as doing upper eyeliner, and sometimes it can get kind of big kind of fast because the powder is, for me, it's more difficult to control. So, all right, Carla, I'm going to have to believe you on that one. I'm trust you. You know your eyes better than I know your eyes. But I have trouble with the shadow not traveling sometimes. I guess it depends on what kind of brush you use. You just have to make sure you use a really, really thin brush. Gordalicious Pink Doll says NYC has a pen liner that she loves. Let me see, a rouge. I'm going to say a rouge. Hey, is NYX Lingerie liquid lipstick, are they good or not? If it sits in fine lines. And it sits in it's very drying for me. I don't particularly enjoy the NYX Lingerie liquid lipsticks. Valerie says, Jen, do you have any colorful gel pot eyeliners that are drugstore? No, but you can use the, it's not technically an eyeliner, but you can use the Color Tattoos. I've seen a lot of people use that and it looks nice. That girl with curl says, L'Oreal has a great pencil. It comes in tons of colors, teal, purple, and Sabrina loves it. You know, if you're looking for a lower lash line pop of color, Sephora brand makes excellent pencils. Excellent pencils. They're $10. So they're around drugstore prices because drugstore prices are going up. They're not too far away. They're definitely worth the investment. The Sephora pencil liners, they're amazing. One year they had a bold eyeliner set, and that was when my husband was goofing around with makeup. If you don't know, my husband used to have a makeup parody YouTube channel, and then he kind of ran out of time and investment for it. But he bought this pencil eyeliner set from Sephora, and I use it all the time. They're fantastic. Saucer Jess says Physicians Formula Eye Booster pen is amazing. It is one of the most touted liquid eyeliner pens in the entire community, is the Physicians Formula one. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to lashes, because I saw someone mention Sabrina. Unfortunately, I don't have any more brand new packages of Sabrina's lashes. This one is the only one that I could find. But if you are looking for bold, fake lashes, Inky Minky lashes is the way to go. I'm trying to show you without them falling out, because I lost the outer packaging of it. But they are... Even the ones that look calm are not calm. They're still pretty bold if you're used to, if you're not used to wearing lashes. Even these are some of the more calm ones. They're kind of crazy. I don't know if I can kind of set it on to show you, but they're just, oh, no, that's not going to be good. This is not going to work, my friends. It was a nice thought, but no, that's not going to work. But anyway, I definitely recommend Sabrina's lashes. They are such good quality, and the band is perfect bendiness. It's not too thick, which is something that I found with the Huda Beauty lashes that I got in the eye set, the Sephora eye kit. The Huda Beauty lashes have a very thick band, which is great if you want your lashes to stay on, but it's not great if you want to take them off. I had a heck of a time trying to get those lashes off. It was painful. It was not fun. So if you're looking for bold lashes, I definitely recommend the Inky Minkies. They're very reasonably priced. They have mink lashes, but they also have synthetics. I've only ever purchased the synthetics, and I really, really like them a lot. If you're looking for more natural lashes, if you're looking to just kind of step into the lashes, I definitely recommend it, especially if you have a date night or if you have a holiday party coming up you're trying to go to. I'm telling you, you just try it. Just try it. You can do it. I'm telling you, you can do it. I believe in you, because if I can do it, you can do it. I'm telling you. So what you're going to do is you're going to go and you're going to buy some Ardell's. You're going to buy some $3 Ardell's from any drugstores. Emily says the Ardell Demi Wispies are great for first-time lash. And I feel like the Ardell Demi Wispies are almost even a little bit more bold. So Drema says, I want to, it's just not easy for me, and then I'm afraid they're going to fall off when I'm talking to someone. OMG, the horror. You know, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. And Teresa says, I'm too afraid to try lashes because of my hooded lids. I hate them. And not having hooded lids, I can't even speak to it. You know, and then Cheryl says, ditto, Teresa. The Inky Minky lashes, I just get them on Sabrina's website. If you just Google Inky Minky lashes, you'll find them. And then Ardell's you can find anywhere, and they're super cheap. Steph says they always come off. And I think people with oily lids have more of a trouble keeping them on. I haven't had any trouble keeping them on my normal lids. And then Elise says the Kiss lashes are awesome. Very cool. That's good to know. I haven't tried those. Patience. Sherry says, practice when you don't have to be anywhere. Exactly. That's a good idea. And one thing I've been doing that's been kind of fun is if I just kind of have a down night, which very rarely happens, it's only happened a couple of times where I've been like, you know what, I don't really have a video to edit right now, or my video is already done. I'm going to go up and just play in my makeup room. So, I mean, most people don't have a room dedicated to makeup. Go in your bathroom or wherever you get ready, you know, it's your vanity, and just play. You know, and just have fun. Do one eye one color and one eye the other color, you know, and just practice your technique and have fun with it. You know, put on some Netflix on your phone, set it up. That's what I do. Put my Netflix on my phone, you know, and try out some bold looks. Try some things that are out of your comfort zone. And you can try one technique on one eye, another technique on the other eye. Nobody's going to see it except for maybe your family, you know, and if they think you're crazy, they're supposed to love you no matter what anyway. So, you know, who cares, right? So, you know. But I definitely recommend trying false lashes. I actually tried false lashes for the first time on Periscope. Not for the first time, but the first time I was actually successful with it was on Periscope. And some of you were there. I know some people that are in this room right now were there like a year ago or so when I started wearing false lashes. And I was terrified. I was absolutely terrified. And this was like a year ago. It wasn't that long ago. And, you know, you just have to be patient with yourself and just take it for fun and make sure you're not trying to be anywhere. You know, when you're trying to play with your lashes for the first time, and just relax, you know, and just try. Half Korean Girl says, I have hooded lids as well. You just have to practice and buy lashes that work for your eye shape. And I guess it's just trial and error. And I think starting with those inexpensive Ardell's are a great way to go. I don't recommend going to the dollar store and getting those. The really inexpensive ones, like the e.l.f. ones and the dollar store ones, they're very plasticky. They look really fake, and the band is really difficult to work with. I feel like they're more likely to pop off. So just be very, very careful. And then Carla says maybe it's the liquid you use. The ones that I've used the Duo, and I've also used the Ardell Lash Glue. I like the Ardell just a little bit more than I like the Duo. That's just my personal opinion. It's right here. This is my favorite, the Ardell Lash Grip Lash Adhesive. But I haven't tried too many lash adhesives, but this is the one that I've been loving. So yes, and then the other thing too is you can, another thing to make your look more bold, because we're talking about doing things more bold, is that once you get your lashes on, then to add eyeliner over top. And because your lash band is straight, well, at least hopefully it's straight, you'll be able to line over top of that lash band just one stripe higher, and it'll be nice and straight because you've got a little guide there from your lashes. You do want to try to cover up that lash band if you can see it, like kind of give your eye a look and see if you can see the lash band. can, cover it up with some eyeliner, and that will definitely help with it a lot. But this is really good. This is really good. I really like it. So lashes, are we good on lashes? Anything else about the lashes? Emily says I like the Duo black glue, the Duo black glue. I haven't tried the black one. Let's see, Beauty and Sarah says, best tip for fake lashes, wait 45 seconds for the glue to dry. That is very, very important. And you know what? I don't wait that long because I'm impatient. I usually wait about 20 to 30 seconds, but I should probably wait longer because I think it would be easier if I waited longer, but I'm so impatient. The other thing is when you're applying lashes, you're trying to go for a bolder look, is to feel that wet glue on your eye and line it up with the outer corner of your eye, and then I slowly press it inward. And making sure to get that inner and outer corner. Those are the most important places to press it, is the inner and outer corner to make it go on there. The other thing is, too, is a lot of people, if you want to do something, oh, bye, Renee. Thanks for dropping by. Another thing you can do if you want to just try a natural look is get some of those little, not a natural look, but a little more bold. Get one of those Ardell, the little tiny ones, chop it in half, and just use half of the lash on the outer corner. I did that for a little while when I was first starting out with lashes years ago, and then I abandoned it. I don't know why, but I stopped doing it. But that's another thing you can do as well, is just to do half of an eyelash. And you can actually do, I don't recommend using the one lash for both eyes though, because the inside and the outside can be different on a pair of lashes. They can be different lengths unless you know that it's symmetrical. You want to make sure you do the longer portion on the outer corner and the shorter portion on the inner corner. But yeah, I really like it. Actually, you know what? Thinking about it, no, still not going to work. Sorry, I was doing a little bit of mental thinking about things now. That's not going to work. Hey, Nicole is here from Yay or Nay Nicole. Definitely check out her YouTube channel. Let's see. Miss Candy, you're going to make some videos soon so I can start telling people about how awesome you are. Let's see. Taylor says, oh, but there are Ardell press-on lashes that I can totally apply. I've never tried the press-on ones. I've never done that. So Veronica says, I dot some glue on my hand so I can see where it's at with drying before the lash, before putting lash on. Oh, so you put it on your lash and then you put a little dot on your hand and then you test it on your hand to see how dry it is. How genius are you? How genius are you? Like, that's amazing. So you tap, oh. And it's like a test for what's actually on the lash band without actually having to touch the lash band. That is genius. Julie says, how much do you trim? When I trim my lashes, I trim just the outer one section. Like I look for like a section. So if I were going to trim these are already trimmed, but if I were going to trim these, I would trim the outer corner. I would probably trim like either just this one little piece or I would trim this whole piece here. But make sure you know exactly where on your lash, like how far you're going over on one side, because you're going to have to do the same thing to the other side. But you always want to trim the outer corner. Allison says, been practicing with cheapies. That's a great idea. Jeremy says, wait, there are press-on lashes? Where have they been all my life? I always worry they're going to fall off. That's why I haven't bought them yet. Adelina's making me want to sing. Hello, it's me. Adelina says she's had trouble doing the press-on lashes. All right, we've spent a while on lashes, so let's move on a little bit, because we definitely need to get the lips this week, because I felt really, really bad we didn't get the lips last week. For brows, if you want to try a bolder brow, the big product I wanted to talk to you about was the Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia. This will give you straight-up Instagram brows. Instagram brows in the house with this. If you want something that's a little bit calmer but a little more bold, kind of in the middle, try the Benefit Ka-Brow. That's a really good gel pomade. But the pomades are going to give you a bolder brow if that's something you're looking for. The pencils are going to give you a little more natural of a look. And you just take an angled brush, like an angled flat brush, very, very thin, and use that to apply. That's one thing I wanted to mention. Let's go into lips. Let's just go ahead and pop into lips. A little earlier than I expected to go into lips, but let's do it. Adelina wants to know what I'm drinking. I'm drinking coffee. Coffee. Straight coffee. Real coffee. Not a cup with some air in it that I pretend to sip. It's got real coffee in it. Let's see. All right, moving on to lips. So if you're not used to a bold lip, one thing that you can do, you can start off with a colored lip balm. So one of them that I really like is the fresh sugar ones. They have a lot of these little gift sets coming out. It's a great way to try this formula because it's a fantastic formula, and also get little minis of a color that maybe you're not used to wearing. But this has a little bit of color, you can see. but it gives an opportunity for your natural lips to shine through. Not shine through, but it's not super opaque, so it's not really scary to go on. So definite recommend on these, or really any colored lip balm. I think Burt's Bees makes some, things like that. But yeah, I mean, these are great for a nice transition. If you're already into bold lips, some recommendations for formula. You guys know how much I love the Ofra liquid lipsticks. These are fantastic. One thing I notice about the Ofras that I don't notice about other liquid lipsticks is that they do, well, it's the Ofra and then the Bare Minerals Gen Nudes. The Bare Minerals Gen Nudes would have been the ones I would have recommended for the natural lip. Those are my personal favorite because I don't mind reapplying as long as I'm comfortable. I don't like to be uncomfortable, and that's the way I feel about the Gen Nudes. Same thing with the Ofras. But the lasting power on these, if you blot off the excess, they last a really long time. This one is in the shade Solano. I actually got this from Sanders Kennedy because the guy at Ofra, the guy who owned Ofra, handed Sanders this giant bag of liquid lipsticks, and Sanders let me pick some, which was really, really nice of him. Because what's that man going to do with liquid lipstick? He can't even wear liquid lipsticks, and then, you know, he hands in this big package of liquid lipsticks, and it's like, for reals? For reals? You gave Sanders liquid lipsticks? Like, what? I know he's got like 4 times as many subscribers as I do, but still, the man doesn't even wear liquid lipsticks. But anyway, he was nice enough to give me some, so this is one that he gave me. And I really like this for fall. I haven't worn it on camera yet, but I've worn it in my day-to-day. It's got a nice shimmer to it, and that is one of those, it's a really, really nice formula. It's very creamy, and this one is not so bold that it makes you look like, oh my god, I've got a crazy lip on. It's kind of like a natural, but it's got that shine to it that I really, really like a lot. And it's just a really nice color. I really like this one a lot for a little bit out of my comfort zone. If you're looking for a lipstick formula, honestly, like if you're looking for bold lips, the ColourPop ones, I really like the lippy sticks. I do. I really like them a lot. And ColourPop has gotten a lot of flack lately for a lot of things, and it's funny because I asked people on my Facebook. I also asked on the IpsyOS group, which is the group for creators, for YouTube video creators and Instagrammers, and all of us are on this group called IpsyOS that is, part of Ipsy. And I asked them the same question as, what liquid lipsticks don't work for you? Which ones are the ones that you just don't like? And overwhelmingly, the most popular thing that people said that did not work for them were the ColourPop liquid lipsticks, the original matte. But people were saying the satins are better. But people hate, I don't know. I have, 10 of them? And I stopped reaching for them because they're so incredibly drying. They're so drying. Hannah says, I just found the NYX Liquid Suede and Cherry Skies. It's my favorite. Doesn't it dry out your lips, though? The liquid suedes dry out my lips. I don't feel good. Julie says, my current favorite is the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Liquid Lip Color. It's so comfortable for liquid lipsticks. Interesting. Thank you so much for that. Julia says, hey Jen and everyone, I'm late today, but I made it. So happy you are here, Julia. Felicia says, red is the only bold color I've worn in public. And I think that it really depends on a lot of things as far as the red. I feel like red is one you can either pull off or it looks really like it might be too much. I don't know if red is the best one to start with. I feel like almost like if you're gonna start with a bold color, to kind of go a little deeper of a natural color than you're used to make it a little more bold. But some people, man, they can really pull off that red. People with very deep skin tones, people with very light skin tones. Oh my gosh, the red is gorgeous. But that, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Liz says, I have a real problem with Jouer liquid lipsticks. Really? Gordalicious says the Mongley Cosmetics are very comfortable. That's good to know. She Diary says, concrete cracking. Ugh. Yossi says, it feels like plaster on my lips. Elise says she loves the satin formula. Carla says, Emily, I have a lot of NYC soft matte lips, and I find that some shades are very patchy, but there are some shades that work for me. That's very good to know. But yeah, liquid lipsticks, my personal favorite formulas are the Ofra and the Bare Minerals Gen Nude, but the Gen Nude don't have any bold shades, so I would go with the Ofras for my personal opinion on the liquid lipsticks. And a lot of times you'll be able to find a YouTuber with a discount code because there are a lot of people that are sponsored by Ofra, and there's a lot of people that just get products sent to them by Ofra. Ofra sent me stuff once, and then I don't know what happened after that. Who knows? But I'm not bitter. No, I'm not bitter. No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, girlfriend, live chat gets me every time. But anyway, the Ofra formula is definitely, I feel like, the best liquid lipstick for me personally for bold shades if you're looking for something bold and you're not used to it, or even if you are used to it. I really love that formula. Therese says, nothing drying. It brings out the line. Oh, wait, hold on. I can't, sorry, I missed the beginning of that conversation, so I think I missed, Julie says, try the Revlon. Yeah, I missed part of that conversation, and I don't know what happened with it. She Diary says, have you tried Ofra Mocha? No, I have not. Should I? Sahaja's here. Hi, Sahaja. She's one of our reporters as well. Annabelle says you can blot a satin finish and it will totally change to a matte look. Yes, definitely. And another thing you can do, a lot of people are putting, hold on a second, I got to check something on my eye. I feel like I got something in my eyeball. I don't want you to have to look at it if I got something weird in my eyeball. All right. Hold on a minute. I'm getting a product too while I'm over here. Another thing you can do too, if you want to go for that matte look, if you've never done a matte look, is sometimes people will put a silicone primer on their lips to mattify. This is one that I really like, the Smashbox Instamatte. This is really, really good. I feel like it's even better than using just a plain primer. That's just my opinion. It's really nice to change to that matte look. Where am I going? More lips, more lips. Let's talk about more lips. Let's see. Cheryl says the Katy Kat Demi Mattes are pretty good. The Kitty Purry is a pretty color. Oh, interesting. Arush says, but red looks good. But red looks OMG so good. Yeah, I mean, and I think honestly, like I feel like my skin tone doesn't necessarily look as good in reds as very, very pale and deeper, like medium to deeper skin tones. I feel like can pull off reds better than I can. Like, I don't know. That's just me personally. The same thing with hot pinks. Like, I can't do hot pinks. There's something about hot pink that just makes me bleh. Like, blondes look really good in hot pinks. Blondes. And purples, I feel like, look really good on deeper skin tones. Like, I've tried to pull off a purple, and I think I did it once. Ever. Like, Beauty by Sarah says, I'm so excited the glossy lips are making a comeback. Me too. You know, I'm glad that we're kind of swinging the other way from the matte to the glossy and the metallic and all of that, because I really do like metallic. I remember when Too Faced came out with the lips, the metallic liquid lips, and I was so in love with those, and it just didn't fly because people just weren't ready for it. And I think people are now ready for that metallic lip. That metallic lip is really coming back. Hannah says, I can only pull off darker reds, never the brighter reds. Interesting. Yeah, hot pinks freak me out. Like, I can't even do it. Hot pinks are for teens, Dreama says, yeah. And then Hannah says, I'm super pale. Okay, got it. Veronica says, how is the Colored Rain formula? I've never tried it. You know, a lot of those indie brands, their liquid lipsticks are so expensive, you know, $18, $20 for a liquid lipstick. And it's like I want to support indie brands, but at the same time, it's like $18 to $20 for one product on a brand that I'm not even sure if I'm going to like it. Like, or how much I'm going to wear it. That's why ColourPop was so easy to buy, and why I think ColourPop came out of the gate so strong is because that cheap price tag, people just went for it, you know, because you can get, you know, 4 ColourPop liquid lipsticks for the price of 1 Colored Rain. And the quality of the Colored Rain is probably exponentially better than the ColourPop, but thinking about spending $18 on a liquid lipstick, I don't even know, like, that I can't swatch and can't try on, I don't know, and then returning it, like if I don't like it, like you can't return it, or you can, but it's like, gotta take it back to the post office, and you gotta pay shipping, and like, you know, sometimes you have to pay shipping, sometimes you don't, but I don't know, man, I don't know. But for regular lips, I really like the ColourPops. Like this bright pink, I don't think I've ever worn this, ever. Ever. I bought it with the intention of trying it. Another one that I've never used, never worn in life. This one's called, by the way, this is called I Heart This. This is one I've never used. Check this out. How about this on What's Up in Makeup? What do you think about that? Bam! This is called Bull Chick. Girl. Or boy. Whoa! Cheryl says Too Faced lipstick is my favorite formula. I love Too Faced lipsticks too, but I feel like if you're just trying out a new formula, or not a new formula, but if you're just trying out a bold look, I would get the ColourPops over the Too Faced, just because if you don't know how much you're going to wear it, the investment is less. That's my biggest concern with transitioning, is just don't spend a whole lot of money on it. Steph says I have a whole box of ColourPop. You and me both, girlfriend. You and me both. They got me. They got me. They totally got me. Taylor says, I like the Too Faced matte. There are a lot of deeper shades. Yes. Seth says, Bold Chick is amazing. It is, but I've never worn it. I've never worn it. She Diary says, I have the 2 a.m. by Colored Rain, the black one. Is it good? We need to know about this. We need to know if it's good or not. We have to know. Alicia says, I just went and smelled it and know it smells like all the others have. Ah, man, I don't even know what you're talking about. It's making me sad. Krista says I could never do black. Maybe a cool tone chocolate brown, but never a black. I've done chocolate browns. I feel a lot better about that. Laconda says, going back off topic, I found Urban Decay's Electric Press Pigment Palette. It's on clearance from $49 to $24. Yes, it is. That is a really, really good point. And I used to have it over here. The Urban Decay Electric Palette is on mad super sale right now. Lots of places. I don't know 100%. Where did you find that? But I'm not sure where you found it, but I know it's been lots of places. We've had it in the news. Nicole put it in the news. Nicole, where was it on sale? Do you remember? Because Nicole's our sales and deals reporter. She's here. Yeah, it's super bold. It's really bold. It's almost to the point where it's like hard to work with because it's so pigmented and so bold. Cheryl says Unicorn Tears is great after you figure out what to do with it. Yes, Too Faced Unicorn Tears. Is that even still available? Too Faced Unicorn Tears? But it really is, it's a lot of fun. I have a whole video on it. If you just search for Too Faced in my videos, you should be able to find, you'll see Unicorn Tears really big in the thumbnail, and I show you how it works. It's really fun. It's like an iridescent lip topper. So fun, and it really transforms shades. You can see me taking natural lipsticks and putting Unicorn Tears over top of it, and it's really a fun shade to play with. Cecilia says she had black lips yesterday. You go, girl. That's awesome. Oh, Jenna says Sephora. For the Sephora has the Urban Decay. That's what I'm hoping. And Urban Decay too. Okay, good to know. Thank you so much, Taylor and Jenna. I appreciate that. All right. Anything else? I think I went into the lips really, really early. So we've got like 10 minutes left. Did I miss anything for the bold look? Let me think. Oh, contour. I wanted to touch on contour a little bit, and blush and face products. Did I not bring any over here? I don't think I brought any over here. But go easy on the contour. I feel like if there's anything you don't need to go over the top on, it's blush and contour. I feel like it's one of those things that, I feel like blush and contour is one of those things that should always be relatively subtle in everyday life. On Instagram, it's one thing, but I feel like in everyday life, it's so easy to go overboard with a contour and a blush and just go complete clown face and stripey and crazy. Highlighter, on the other hand, oh, girlfriend or boyfriend. Oh, we can get some bold highlighters. Let's get into some highlighters because, oh, you guys are so smart. I love the collective brain of makeup awesomeness. I love you guys. I love you guys. All right, let's go into some bold highlighters. I'm going to grab a few. I got a bunch. I got a lot. You know what's funny? I guess it was a couple years ago I did a video. I forget what it was. It was like one of those tag videos where they ask you random questions about makeup. One of them was like, what's the one makeup product you could do without? And you know what I said? I said highlighters. I said highlighters are one of the most, this is probably almost an exact quote. Highlighters are one of the most useless makeup products. You could go with a highlighter, not a highlighter. Man, has my opinion changed over the years. I will tell you. All right, I got a handful. Here's some bold ones. This is one I want to talk about. This is the Artist Couture by Angel highlighter. And I actually met Angel in New York City. Seemed like a really nice guy. I only met him for a few minutes. But these are like glittery. These are glittery highlighters, so just be aware. But if you want to support an indie brand and you like glittery, glowy highlighters, I got the 4-pack from him. I forget where I got it. Did I get it on? I want to say I got Ricky's NYC maybe is where I got this from. Kind of, pull this thing up a little bit. I don't know if you can see that. But it's got glitter in it. So, you know. Yes. Claudette says, I feel like highlighter accentuates my 60-year-old eye bags. And you know what? Poppy highlighters are not the best for people that have texture on their skin. They're just really not. They're not. You shouldn't be getting it under your eye, though. You shouldn't be getting the highlighter under your eye. You want to stick right here. And if you want to try a little bit of bold highlighter, just try a little bit on the outer corners. The outer corners you can get away with more than right in the front. So if you want to just try a little bit right here. Oh, Mary, Mary Lou, where are you? Right here, baby. Right here. This is my Mary Lou. This is my holy grail, ride or die highlighter, Mary Lou. I think she's a lot of people's ride or die highlighter. And you can get her on Haute Look for 50% off about every 3 months. They just had one, so look again in December-ish. But, oh, Mary Lou, I love you. Mary Lou's a very poppy highlighter. You get a huge pan of it, too. And it's a classic. It's one of those that everybody seems to love. It's like Skilla's Kitten for the eyes. I mean, it's just one that everybody loves. Another one, Laura Geller's Gilded Honey. Another fantastic one. You can also get Mary Lou at Kohl's, but you'll buy it at full price there unless you have Kohl's cash. It's a great way to spend your Kohl's cash. There's Laura Geller's Gilded Honey. I was just talking about this last night with my sister-in-law. We had like a makeup play date over at her house. Next time I do that, Carla, I'm inviting you. I'm bringing you with me. Right there. Because you would have loved that last night. It was very you. All right, right there. Becca's Opal. It's another good one. And another thing, too, is that I feel like with some of these deeper shades, if you have really pale skin tone, you just kind of have to be careful. You can use them as cheek color as well, though. Keep them on the top of your cheekbones, but you can use them as almost like a double for cheek color. But yeah, there's Becca's Opal. And then this one is Urban Decay's Sin. It's very similar to Mary Lou on me. It's pretty much the same. But it's a little more champagne-y. Just a little bit more champagne-y. Nicole says, I love Mary Lou when I want a lot of pop. I also, One by MAC is my favorite. The Charlotte Tilbury one is great for more subtle. And I would really love to have more Charlotte Tilbury stuff, but it's kind of stupidly priced. And I just can't justify it. I just can't justify it. But yes, so those are some of my favorite super poppy highlighters. One thing you can do too, if you're transitioning into a bolder look, is to go light on the eyes. Do like a naked palette or whatever neutral palette you have. Start with that on your eyes, just something very, very light, you know, taking a shade like Sin, putting it all over the lid. This is for somebody with my skin tone, but something that's similar to your skin tone. But for me, I would use Sin all over the lid, a little bit of Buck in the crease, just as a transition, and that's it for your eye look. That's it. Then go with your bold lip. You know, get your black eyeliner on, your bold lip, maybe a little bit of a contour action, a little bit of highlight, light on the blush. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really nice. So that's one thing. That's a suggestion too if you're trying to transition, is to do a light eye and a bold lip. Do you have to do a light eye and a bold lip with a bold lip? Absolutely not. You can do a light eye. You can do a bold eye with a bold lip. You can. You absolutely can. But it's just going to make more of a statement. So you just have to decide what you're going for. So Adelina says you can build it up. You can build up anything. Absolutely. Adelina, oh wait, no. Elvis Chick. Yes. Ride or Die, the Luminizer sisters. Yeah, and it's funny, the girl that I was hanging out with over at my sister-in-law's had the Manizers. That's the best way to try all those products. And she has like a more medium skin tone. She's deeper than me. And she mostly used Cindy Lou. That was the one that she used. It's a little bit more pink toned and a little bit deeper shade. It's a little closer to Opal. Let me see if I can find my Betty Lou real quick. Not Betty Lou. Hold on a minute. Where are you, baby? Hold on. I know she's in here. Don't hide from me. There you are. Cindy Lou. Not Betty Lou. Cindy Lou. Betty Lou is the bronzer. My Cindy Lou is broken, and I need to just suck it up and put some alcohol in it and fix it, but I just haven't. It's also not quite as poppy as Mary. She's a little more calm. There you go. Lacan, I'm not going to try to, hold on, she said something really important, and I spent too much time trying to decode her name. Okay, let me see. Laconda, I'm just going to say Laconda. Max Whisper of Guilt is coming back as per What's Up in Makeup. Yeah, well, they're saying it may be coming back. It may be coming back, which means it probably will. And that one's very, very popular. But there's Cindy Lou. And it's a little more subtle, but yeah, she has a more medium skin tone. She said that's her favorite. Cheryl says, Jen, Kevin Aquan Celestial. The Kevin Aquan highlight that I have is this one here. This is the Candlelight powder. That's the only one that I have. And it's a little more subtle. It's not quite as poppy. That's the only Kevyn Aucoin one that I have. And more subtle highlights we talked about last week in the natural makeup look, like the Hourglass, the e.l.f., this one, now new added for my collection, the Fiona Styles one, are a little more subtle. And I feel like in Candlelight is a little more subtle, but I don't know the other one. I don't love them. Oh, the Anastasia glow kits. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. I actually brought my glow kit that I have over last night, and it's actually downstairs still in my bag that I brought last night to my makeup play party that I went to over at my sister-in-law's. But yes, the Anastasia highlighters are so bold and so poppy. Definite recommend on those, and they last a really long time too. They're very, very, very nice for a more bold highlight. Just be careful. Just keep it on those cheekbones. If you're transitioning and you're not used to using highlighter, don't do the nose or the chin or the forehead. Hold off on that till you get used to the cheeks, and then, start experimenting with the other places. Because what I've found is that when I do my nose, because my nose is a little bit bigger, if I do my nose, it makes my nose look huge, and it's probably operator error. I've tried to slim down with contour, and it always looks crazy. Like when I've tried to contour my nose, it looks insane. Like, it absolutely looks insane. I can't do it in a way that is functional. Like, I need Candy Johnson in my pocket to, like, teach me how to do this. How to contour my nose, because I've watched so many tutorials on nose contouring and face contouring, and it always looks so stupid on me. Like, every time I try, it looks horrible. It looks really, really bad. And John's like, you have dirt on your nose. Like, it's not dirt. I tried to contour. And it's always so bad. It's really bad. Stephanie says the Kathleen Lights highlighter palette is $39. I've heard good things about that. The Makeup Geek and Kathleen Lights highlighter palette. The only thing I wish that she had released them as 3 singles, like how Marlena's releasing the singles now. I wish she released them as 3 singles instead of a palette. That was just my personal thing, because I feel like some of them aren't necessarily for, like the darker ones are better for darker skin, and then it was like she made a palette for multiple skin tones. But when you make a palette for multiple skin tones, that's for that kind of thing. It's like for a good makeup artist, you're going to want multiple skin tones. But for the typical person, you've got one skin tone, so you don't need highlighters for multiple skin tones. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just wish that she had released them as singles instead. That's just my personal opinion. For an eyeshadow palette, I feel like releasing it for multiple skin tones is really, really important. But for a highlighter palette, I think it's just a little weird, because I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. Ashley says Wayne Goss has great nose contouring tutorials, and I've watched those too, girlfriend, and I can't do it, man. It looks stupid. It looks outright dumb. Like, I look like I've got dirt on my face. Same thing with when I try to contour, like, the outside. Sometimes it looks okay, but I gotta go really light. Gotta go really, really light. I finally got the cheeks down. I think I'm good on the cheeks, but I'm not good at the rest. Summer says I'm so scared to nose contour, girlfriend. You and me both. You and me both. All right, what else is going on? Because we're almost out of time. Anybody else want to talk about anything before we go? Candy says the Physicians Formula shimmer strips are the best. Ooh, I don't have any of those. Fantastic. And oh, someone had said earlier, I read it and then it went back on my head because I was in the middle of a sentence, that very shimmery highlighters make them look like a grease ball. And that definitely can be an issue. That definitely can be an issue. And I think just dabbing it on, let me get something real quick. It's right here. I think dabbing it on with a fan brush, I think, can really help to control how much product you're using, and just putting the tad little bit and just tapping it on, just a little tiny bit at first. But if you don't like the way it looks, girlfriend, you don't have to. Don't contour if you don't. Don't contour. Don't highlight if you don't like the way it looks on you. Don't feel pressured by the internet to do things that you don't feel comfortable doing. Just say no to highlight if you don't like it. Don't give in to peer pressure, man. It's not worth it. You're wasting your money. You know what I mean? So Jenna says she contours with Chocolate Soleil. I've done that before. It looks all right. Looks okay. Yes, Carla, we need to have a wine and makeup party soon. I'm totally with you. Let's go over Kika's. Like, we'll call Kika. You call Kika, because Kika probably listens to you more than she listens to me. Because I only text her to have play with my kids. So my kids can come over her house and play with her girls. So, Carla, text Kika. Tell Kika we're going to have a makeup party. We're going to teach Kika how to do makeup. We're going to go over there and play. Because it's going to be fun. So, but she'll listen to you more than she'll listen to me. All right, but anyway, All right, I gotta go. It's 11:01. It was great talking to you guys this week. Next week, I was thinking about doing, this was a suggestion from someone in the community. She was saying for next week to talk about different products for different ages. And I thought that was really interesting, like different products that work better for younger people, for older people, you know, products that we recommend, because the community is so wide as far as age ranges. I mean, we've got people in their late teens, early 20s, all the way up to people in their 60s and 70s watching. So I feel like we'd have a great way to talk about, you know, people of all ages and what works for different different age people. Mature skin specifically, I feel like gets neglected a lot on YouTube, because I feel like a lot of the people who make makeup videos, you know, look at Kathleen Lights and Jaclyn Hill and, you know, Nicole Guerrero, they're all in their 20s and they're gorgeous. But I feel like what works for them may not work for someone that has more mature skin, because, you know, it's different. And I don't have the most mature skin either. You know, I've got some wrinkles here and there, but there's a lot of people in the community that do have more mature skin. So I think that would be great to have that conversation. So I think that, you know, it would be great to talk about that. And also, you know, what works for people with you know, younger skin as well, you know, that may be better for people with less mature skin. So that's what we'll probably be talking about next week. I thought that would be a really great topic. So I want to thank you so much for being here this week. I appreciate you so much. And I hope you had fun. I'm looking at myself now and how horrid I look. I'm looking at my fake flowers behind me. My sister-in-law gave those to me as a goofy Secret Santa gift, and they were never meant to be seen by anybody, and you guys have been looking at them the whole time. Oh, that's too funny. You guys been looking up my nose this whole time, and nope, sorry, apologize. But if you want to keep going with the conversation, definitely head over to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook group. It's groups/What's Up in Makeup. It's linked under every single one of my videos. It may not be under this one because this one goes through a little bit differently, but it's linked under every single one of my videos. It'll say, want to join an awesome Facebook group or something, and you can click on it and join there. It's a great place to have wonderful conversations, ask more questions, things like that. I'm popping over there, you know, commenting on pictures, and they have a lot of daily challenges. So if you like, you know, being challenged out of your comfort zone to try something new and bold, you can see what other people are doing, and you can participate in the challenges. And it's a lot of fun to share your looks. And there's always like a little thing that says what the new topic is, and it's just run by people in the community. Like, I don't do very much on the Facebook group to run it. It's all run by people in the community, which is fantastic, because we all kind of help each other to make it be an awesome place, and it's just a really great place, to be completely honest. So I'm just saying, it's like the coolest Facebook community of all time, in my opinion. So head over there. You can also download the What's Up in Makeup app. It's like Instagrammy. You can look for What's Up in Makeup or Jen Loves Reviews on your app store or wherever you buy your apps, and you should be able to find it. That's a lot of fun too. And the Where to Buy page on whatsupinmakeup.com. If you want to hear about anything that you saw in the show today and you want to know where to buy it, you can click there. And the What's on My Face video is over there as well. If you want to know the makeup I used on my face for today's What's Up in Makeup, that's there too. And I think that's all my self-promotion that I'm going to be doing today. So I want to thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a good time. And thank you to the Collective Brain for all of your awesome ideas. And mad love to you guys. I will see you in a video soon. Bye!